All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for our next episode of Burgers with the Boys. So this one's going to be a little different. We don't have a Super Bowl to talk about, but
we got baseball to talk about.
We do have baseball to talk
about.
Like, this is exciting time, you guys. This is awesome.
Big day.
At the time of this recording, it's pitchers and catchers reporting. Like, we're all ready. Matt's got his national. Yeah, dude. Like, there should not be school or work today. Everyone, we should just get untapped coverage into our favorite teams. Like the guys strolling into camp. You know, what are they wearing? What masks are they wearing? That's what America needs to know, dude.
It's the American dream.
Honestly.
So I am celebrating because in addition to pitchers and catchers reporting, obviously, that's the biggest thing that's happened baseball-wise. You know, people are coming back. The sport, it's officially on its way into the 2021 season. America's sport's officially on the way into the 2021 season. I could not be happier. Baseball is my pride and joy. It's what makes me the happiest. However, what makes me happier is ridiculous contracts.
They are
ridiculous. Did someone sign a ridiculous contract today, Matthew?
Someone signed a ridiculous contract today. Can you guess what team it might be?
The Dodgers.
I was going to say the Giants.
It's the San Diego freaking Padres, bro.
Oh, word?
Slam. It's slam.
Oh, word, bro. Oh, word. They paid Fernando Tatis Jr. He is going 14 years, $340 million. That is more money than God, and I love it. I am so excited.
Well, we were talking about this. And if you look at it per year, like I was looking at Bryce Harper just for example, because I know he signed that 12-year last year. Like Bryce Harper's making more per year, I think. Which, like, still, Tatis is making more money, but he's got the two.
There have been bigger contracts, obviously, but at the moment, this is the first.
This is
of the
huge. 14 years, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, 14 years. You're investing a lot of time into a kid that, like, let's be real.
Had one good 60-game season.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. He was great.
Oh, absolutely. He's fun. He's good for baseball.
And
he's great for baseball.
He's good for baseball. He's the cover of the show.
Yep.
He's special. The dude's insane. The dude has he's a great player. And, like, obviously he's going to be one of the guys that pans out. You can just kind of tell by his demeanor, his playing style. I think he's going to be one of the guys that pans out. His bat flips. Clearly, the San Diego Padres feel the exact same way. Otherwise, they wouldn't have forked over that much money and that much money and that much time into one very young guy. Because he is now a career. I mean, he is now a career Padre. I mean, granted, there's a chance that he might have, our Bartola Colon style career where he doesn't give up, he never quits, and he's back year after year. But, like, for the most part, his career will be a Padre.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And him coming up, like, that's all you're going to start to see, like, all these kids around America that, like, play baseball or, like, grow up playing travel ball, AAU, you pick whatever. Like, they're going to want Tatis Jr. jerseys. You're going to see a hell of a lot more of them.
I wanted his jersey.
I want his jersey.
The second we saw him, he and honestly, him and Javier Baez, he reminds me a lot of Javier Baez in the sense where that dude, every time he swings for the absolute moon.
Yes,
he does. The difference is Tatis Jr. actually connects with the baseball.
It does tend to help.
It does tend to help.
And Ben, you're a big Cubs guy, so
I am.
You can.
But I can attest to what you're saying is 100% true. He connects a hell of a lot more.
Credit to Javier Baez, though. Nothing was more fun than watching that dude swing out of his shoes. Whether he made connection, I would trade like the 40 home run Javier Baez, but he strikes out 300 times a year over what we have now. I just loved seeing him swing his absolute pants off. It was so much fun.
Dude, I would say my funniest memory with Javi Baez, since we're talking about him now, the first time I took Melissa to Wrigley Field before we got married, it was a Cubs-Cardinals game. She's a huge Cardinals fan. It was the game where Craig Kimbrell comes in gives up back-to-back bombs to give the Cardinals the lead. And, we're going to the bottom of the ninth. And Joe Madden brings in Javier Baez with I think it was a fractured thumb. I think he had a small fracture to pitch it. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm like, if this is what we're hoping for at this point, we're screwed. Because it's granted, we missed the playoffs. If we could have pulled it out, I didn't want him getting hurt anymore. At that point, though, the season was pretty much over. It is what it is. But that was probably like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I mean, dude, there are just some players, like just the young enthusiast. Like, I don't like the Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys are in my division. But, like, at
Fair.
the same time, the player doesn't make – like, I don't like the team. Like, there are players on the team. Like, I hate Jake Arrieta. I don't like Jake Arrieta no matter what uniform he's wearing. But, like, Javier Baez, I only dislike Javier Baez when we're playing – No, not even because when the Pirates are playing the Cubs, I don't like Javier Baez. But, like, honestly, every other time, I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I just love those nice young players that, like, they're just – dude, they're juiced. They're great. They're sexy to watch. And I think you're going to see a lot more because Baez sort of – I don't want to say started it, but like you have Baez, you have Tatis Jr. You have these dudes that have. Yep. I mean, think about when Baez first came up. The dude was not. I don't want to say harassed, but the dude was he was criticized just like Tatis was.
Yes, he had a different style of play. Yes,
and now look at him. You don't have a play at second base where it's not compared to Javier Baez's tags.
Yep.
I think baseball, because of those guys, it's slowly going to start to change where these old farts are going to die out and those unwritten rules are just going to be X'd off the page, and we're going to have people like Tatis Jr. just pissing on the bases as they go by.
I just want to see more bat flips in baseball because that is the best thing about baseball.
I mean, for or against the team you're rooting for, they're just fun to watch.
If you hate bat flips, you're just a sore loser, and how about your pitcher doesn't suck?
Well, and here's the thing. Everyone gets on the players' asses about bat flips. Not a single person goes, oh, man, when the pitcher hops off the mound going like this, he's pumping his fists, he's screaming, F yeah, let's go. Not a single soul makes a comment about that.
Nope.
It's the exact same thing.
It is.
Double standard.
Right? Like if the bases are loaded, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, and I hit a grand slam to win this game, and you get mad because I flipped my bat, that's ridiculous because we all know if that dude would have struck me out to win the game, to save the game. Which we all know Chris
Woodyard, I don't even know how to say his name, that clown down in Arlington, absolute fraud. We know he would have an issue with that.
Total fraud.
Yeah, Total fraud. It's just like
he's an F word.
It's ridiculous. But, a lot of good things happened in baseball today. However, we did have a great loss in baseball.
Oh, no.
We'll get to that. We will get to that. Right. We're not breaking that news yet.
All right.
Before we break that news.
I don't think I'm strong enough to bring it up anyway.
That's fair. Before we break that news, I do just have one more piece of football that I would like to get out into the void before we move officially into baseball.
Absolutely, yes.
First off, who the hell is Lorraine Groves? I don't even know if I just said her last name right, but who the hell is she?
Who is she, Ben?
Apparently, this woman, and I don't know, I didn't fact check it, but this woman supposedly claims that her father designed the Lombardi Trophy while working at Tiffany & Company, which makes me believe, can I just go into Tiffany Company and get Melissa like a ring that looks like the Lombardi Trophy? Can I get myself I don't know, anything?
But it's entirely possible.
Here, let me read you. This is an interview that she did. I'm sure you guys have all seen the incident of Tom Brady throwing the Super Bowl Lombardi Trophy across the river.
It's awesome.
Not even across the river, maybe 5 feet to ground.
It was like a 5 to 10 foot toss from boat to boat. And I believe, by the way, her father was one of the silversmiths that crafted the first Lombardi Trophy.
Okay.
I believe that's the connection. But
okay. Here's her quote. Here's her quote. This is what she said in the interview. It just really upset me that this trophy was disgraced and disrespected by being thrown as if it was a real football. I didn't sleep the past 2 nights because of this. I was that upset. Because I know the passion that goes into this trophy, I personally would like an apology, not just to me and my family and the other Silversmiths, but to the fans. Here's the thing. I'm not even a Bucks fan, and I could give 2 hecks. Like, I don't care. It's Tom Brady. He has 7 of these. I could give a absolute hell what he does.
When was the last Patriots Super Bowl? Remind me.
2 years ago when they beat the Rams. 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Gronk. Patriots win the Super Bowl. Gronk gets the Super Bowl trophy.
He took really good care of it, right?
Oh, yeah. He took great care of it. You know, exactly what this woman's father would have wanted.
Yeah,
he
totally.
took batting practice.
Yeah.
He took batting practice at Fenway Park with the trophy. He didn't stand there with a bat with the trophy next to it. He physically hit a baseball with the trophy. And dented the side of it.
Yeah.
In that video. And
where was she then?
Yeah. There's no way she didn't see it.
No, absolutely not.
Was everywhere.
Yep.
I saw that video in Sports Center. I saw that video on Instagram, Snapchat, any form of social media that even remotely had a video file content thing, whatever it is. Yeah. It was on there. Where was she then?
Silent.
In all honesty, this is just a ploy to get attention. And she 100%. Found her opportunity. People were bashing Tom Brady because it's the 7th Super Bowl. And
she figured she'd get in on it.
Yeah, she'd just be like, oh, he doesn't care because this is his 7th. Blah, blah, blah.
Here's the thing.
He's been around 20 years in this league.
Okay, yeah. He's been around 20 years. He's won 7 Super Bowls. You're telling me him tossing the trophy to a fan. And granted, I probably wouldn't have done it over open water because that thing would have just sucked. But also, I'm not Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady's money. He's going to get that trophy.
He can do whatever he wants. He's Tom Brady.
Even when he's
you're telling
drunk on
me in however many years the Lombardi Trophy has been handed out after a Super Bowl win, that him lightly, and we just obviously went over the Gronk thing, so the answer to this question is clear, but you're telling me it's the worst thing that's ever happened to this trophy in this woman's lifetime has been it being lightly underhand tossed 5 feet across open water.
Dude, she better not know what they do with the Stanley Cup.
Also, it's
Ovechkin with the Stanley Cup is the best thing you'll ever see.
It was safe. Nothing happened to the trophy.
No.
I was also going to bring up the Stanley Cup because who was it? I think it was Mario. There's a dent. If you look at the Stanley Cup, there's a dent in the side of the Stanley Cup. Mm-hmm. It's because Mario Lemieux, and I could be getting this wrong. I'm like 90% sure it was Mario Lemieux, threw it off of his roof. And it landed in his pool, and it dented the side of it. There's a dent in it. Now, I know the roof and the pool, like, that's true. I'm fuzzy on who threw it, but I believe it was Mario Lemieux.
But no, I agree with you guys. Like, this is trying to get some attention. This is trying to get some free press. First off,
for what?
Tom Brady doesn't owe you the time of day.
So
get out of that.
I wonder what – because, like, it would make sense if there was, like, a lawsuit, like, she's trying to gain something.
Yeah.
The only thing – her family, whether they still make the trophy or not, her family's directly tied to the league. So there's no way she's not, like, compensated some way.
Exactly.
With the trophy. And the only thing she's asking Brady for is an apology. So, like
I wouldn't give it.
Tom Brady's not apologizing.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't
either. You know what I would do? I would send her a picture of my nuts sitting on top of the Lombardi Trophy with a sticky note that just says "I'm sorry" on it. That's what I would send her.
Okay, I wouldn't go
That's technically an apology. But
I wouldn't go that far.
It's technically an apology. I just don't get it. She has nothing. She has zero to gain by this. So I think she's serious. I think this isn't a ploy. I think she's just stuffy. She might not be on social media a whole lot. I
don't think she knows what social media is.
No, and I think this might be the first incident with the trophy she's ever seen.
It could. But that has to be.
But boy, howdy, is she going to be in for a rude awakening if that's the case and she finds out that Gronk, parties with this thing, takes, batting practice with it.
Yeah. The fact that she lost sleep over this, you guys, like
lost sleep.
I wish I was that coddled and my life was that cozy to where a trophy that I didn't even make. Like, a trophy I personally have no connection to other than the fact that a relative of mine designed it. I wish that was my top concern in life.
Yeah. And you know what?
That would be so nice.
I don't.
Because she's probably rich too.
Oh my God, she's got to be loaded. And I don't believe. Now, admittedly, I did zero investigation on this topic outside of like who this woman was and why she was upset. I'm not sure her family even, the way the article was speaking, it didn't sound like her family even still made the trophies. Oh. I don't think she's even still connected.
Probably
to
not,
the trophy. Dude. I mean, like, and I understand it, you know, like this is your father's legacy sort of thing, but like,
and I get that part of it, but
nothing happened to the
wasn't that bad.
Nothing happened to the trophy.
Exactly.
He tossed it. Some people took pictures. They gave it back.
Yeah.
Nothing like if it were to have sunk to the bottom of whatever,
then we would have controversy. Probably.
I could understand why she would have grounds to be upset. Like, hey, listen, people work hard on this stuff. My dad worked hard designing this thing, and you just let it sink to the like we know wherever they were.
Right.
Nothing happened though. Nothing happened.
Right.
Did you guys see what Jason, like the general manager of the Bucks, what he posted on Twitter in response to the video interview?
No, let's hear it.
No.
Dude, he posted a GIF from Stripes with the words "Lighten up, Francis." Oh. Dude, Jason, like the general manager, basically called her a Karen, and I love that. That's hilarious.
That's incredible.
That's incredible. Karening has just been taken up a whole level, and I love it.
Total sidebar. Stripes is a great movie.
We love to see it. We really do.
Stripes is great. Can we all agree Stripes is great?
I will agree with that.
I haven't seen Stripes.
I can give you that. But yeah.
It's a really good movie.
Okay.
Maybe I'll watch it.
We're going to have to check that one out.
Can we mourn now? Is it time to mourn?
Yeah. Wrap up thoughts. Lorraine Groves, you're a clown. Sorry. Just clown comments.
You're a fraud and a clown.
Clown comments. Okay. It's time. It's
okay.
time.
It's a sad day. It's a sad day for baseball everywhere.
It's a happy, but it is sad. There's some sad news.
We lost a really good player, and it's
legend.
I mean, some would say guaranteed Hall of Famer.
Dude,
if he just would have had a shot, you know,
GOAT level.
I would like to read some stats, if I may.
All right, go for it. Let's hear it.
So, Tim Tebow retired officially from baseball today, guys.
Oh my God.
No.
Tim Tebow,
the man, the myth, the legend.
Tim Tebow,
hang on,
the walking Bible verse himself.
Let's do an honorary Tebow.
Honorary Tebow for the man. The walking Bible verse himself retired today. The absolute GOAT with I would like to read his career minor league stats. Tebow, he never had a major league appearance. He was signed on a minor league contract with the Mets once football pretty much gave him the boot.
As a meme.
He had a career batting average of 223, an OBP of 299, slugging of 338, and OPS of 638.
He's above the Mendoza line.
That's true. That's true.
The man will be missed.
I'm not going to lie. When I looked up Tebow's stats, I expected them to be worse. So, like, I was surprised in a good way.
He was double A, right?
I think he got as high as triple.
He got triple?
I think he got triple in 2019.
He's so good.
I mean, the fact of the matter is they clearly hired him as just kind of like, look what we did.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I mean, whether he's in baseball or not, he's an athlete. So I think he performed a little better initially than they thought they would do. They gave him a decent, you know, a half-decent minor league deal. And now that it's over, I just think that both he and the Mets are like,
dude, the New York Mets will never be the same. They might never financially recover from this.
That organization will crumble.
Mets are a joke.
As much as this whole Tim Tebow thing, you know, with the Denver Broncos, then the New York Mets, you know where he really actually probably would have been good? The XFL. Like I feel like Tim Tebow would have been
He
a great.
still could be good in the
The
XFL.
Pittsburgh Pirates, he's about up to par with what our major league staff.
I mean, I'm telling you guys, Tim Tebow in the XFL just makes sense to me.
What's that league called with Johnny Manziel
think-
right now? Is that the FFL or something like that? It's like
Something
the
like
fan-controlled league.
Yeah, dude, he plays for a team that's owned by Marshawn Lynch. Did you know that?
That's amazing.
That is
I
amazing.
did not know that.
Do
Do you think that Tim Tebow retiring is coincidental to this new football league starting, and he might want to start prepping for that instead of doing baseball?
I don't think so. I think
he's
so.
just going to broadcast for SEC.
I don't know.
I think
probably
anything, Tim Tebow has a future in broadcasting and ownership. I think he has.
Ooh.
I think he has morals that are far too high to do anything in the XFL, and I think I don't think he would do any kind of fan control league because I think he's now been through the system in 2 different sports leagues. I don't think he wants to go through a third one.
Let me pose you this, okay? And this is just pure speculation, but I could see it. Who did Tim Tebow play for in college? Who was his coach?
New England Silly Nannies.
The Pittsburgh Penguin.
Oh, man, the Florida Gators.
Oh,
I don't know.
Wait. Do you know who his coach was?
Doug Dimmadome?
No, it was Urban Meyer.
I thought
Urban Meyer is putting together a staff in Jacksonville. What if he's going to go bring in Tim Tebow? I'm not saying you got to make Tebow offensive coordinator, but I could certainly see him making him an assistant, maybe quarterback's coach or something like that.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
I can see Tebow being like an advisor. I can see him being like.
I think there's a role for him with the Jaguars.
I think there's a role for him with any team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a big one. I think he would be more of like a Dwight Schrute, like an assistant to the regional manager. He's not the assistant manager, but he's going to help out in some department. He will just not be in charge of that department because I think he's got a good sports mind, but not good enough to run like an offensive line or run like a defensive line or anything. I just think he would be more of an assistant sort of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I have I don't have it. I bought my brother a Tim Tebow Mets shirt jersey. So that is in my family. I
wish I would have got one of those. I really wish I would have got one.
No, and
you can still get them.
I might. So I might do it.
A cool thing my brother and I do is we don't actually, and we haven't for last 6 or 7 years, we don't give each other gifts. We give each other shirt jerseys, but fun ones.
I like that.
I have one. I got him one that said, excuse me. I got him one that, I got him a Tim Tebow Mets jersey, and I got like a Kevin Quackenbush jersey, like on the A's, like just guys with funny names or fun backstories. There was a portion of time where, dude, I love my Kevin. I'll wear it. I will wear it next time we record for you guys. But it's great.
Crandus McBasketball's jersey.
I have a Jeffries one. A Rangers Jeffries jersey, and I looked at the shirt jersey when I got it, and I was like trying to figure out why he picked this jersey for me, because we don't know until we exchange them. And I'm like, why did he pick this? He goes, he does a lot of cocaine. And I'm just like, okay, sweet.
Jeez.
It was fun. I mean, it's good, but I have a lot of shirt jerseys because of that now.
That's fair. I like that. That's a great tradition. That's a great, funny gift.
Yeah.
I like that.
Tim Tebow might as well have just, been, not a real guy, though. He might as well just been not a real baseball player. He's in a movie somewhere.
Not a real guy. He won a playoff football game, Matthew.
I mean, he did.
He's
over the
real
Pittsburgh.
Person.
Another fraud. More fraud.
He's not a real baseball person, you know?
Okay. I was going to say, he has just as many playoff wins as Kirk Cousins.
I know absolutely nothing of his football career. Zero, except for he knelt. He did the Tebow stance. That was a meme. And then, is that why he got, I know he got, informally booted from the NFL. Am I correct in that? Or was he just bad?
I think he was bad because he ended up with the Jets, and it just did not work out there. And, if you suck on the Jets, you're pretty much done in the league.
That's
If you're
not
a
a good
nobody on,
sign.
if you're a nobody on the Jets, it's kind of
the Jets. If we did that whole thing where if the XFL was still a thing, I miss them. If we switched out the XFL's best team with the NFL's worst, we'd never see the New York Jets again.
There's only one person that truly believed in Tim Tebow's football career, and that was Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless, yeah. What did you say?
I said that was God.
Well,
okay. That's a hot take. Okay.
He had to have been praying all those times for something. It was probably
a sign that he should retire from football and start his baseball career.
All right, boys. Well, with that, we're gonna move into our next segment. We're gonna
have another segment.
We're going to. This is our main event. So we've talked about Karening. We've talked about some Karens. We've talked about Tebow. We've talked about Tatis Jr. Of course, thank God baseball's back. But this is the main event. This is what you're here for. It's time for us. We're going to lay out who our favorite fictional sports movie characters are. And I would like to take the opportunity to go first. That's okay with you guys? Just
go for it.
All I have to say is if you don't remember the time that the South Central Louisiana State Mud Dogs came back at halftime to win the Bourbon Bowl, you're not even a football fan. You don't know anything about football if you don't remember that game.
Matt, do you remember that game?
I do not remember that game.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and led the Mud Dogs to a Bourbon Bowl victory?
Disgrace.
Wait a minute. Wait, is that Waterboy?
Yeah, that's Waterboy, dude.
Is that Waterboy?
Dude, that's Waterboy, yeah. I love Bobby Boucher.
Okay, no shit. And I helped plan this category of the show. I thought you were talking about a real game.
That's why I wanted to go first. I wanted to make it sound like it.
It was a real game.
It was
in our hearts.
In my heart.
I'm like, Bobby Boucher, this sounds so real. Who is that? I don't know.
They do sell that jersey. I do want a Mud Dogs.
I have not seen Waterboy in 7 years. Somewhere 10 years maybe. It's been a long time. I've only ever seen it 3 times in one sitting.
I mean, dude, he still holds an NCAA record for most sacks in a game at 16. That's just unreal.
Yeah, that's
go to gamble.
That's pretty good.
It's too bad though he blew that game when he just he fumbled an interception that lost them the game in his first career game. So that does suck.
But he kind of got the last laugh on that when he drop kicked him.
He did.
Basically knocked him out. So
have you guys ever seen the you know how ESPN does the 30 for 30 documentaries on sports events? Have you guys ever seen the fake ones?
No, dude.
People have made fake 30 for 30s that look so real, but it's about Rocky, and it's about Happy Gilmore, and dude, they're so funny because the one point in a Rocky movie is it's very clearly a fake punch, it's a side angle, so you can see him, and he's just doesn't even come close to his face. He's 30 for 30 on this was they were fighting so fast. Some of the punches didn't even look like they were landing, and they replay that in slow motion. I highly encourage you to watch the fictional sport character 30 for 30s. They're the best.
Oh, we're gonna have to look it up.
Brandon, I will give you the honor. Please go next.
Oh yes. So my athlete, comes in as a rookie, no experience at the sport at all. Comes in to this seasoned veteran. He starts off pretty slow, not going to lie. He doesn't do well. Some would say he actually did bad. And some he did worse when he played with celebrity. And that ended poorly as well. But
I know
he came back and he took 25 years ago, he took the gold jacket home from Shooter McGavin, who was favored to win by so much. Sir Happy Gilmore is the greatest rookie story of a golfer since Tiger Woods.
Dude, I almost picked him.
I almost picked him too. I literally was so close. Actually, on my way home, I did pick him. And then on my way home from work today, I changed my answer.
Well, dude, he's back in the news. Did you see that? He's back like on Twitter. Happy Gilmore? You didn't see that video? The Adam Sandler posted of his golf swing?
He drove.
There's a Twitter beef going on.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
So, Happy Gilmore, 25 years later, showing off his drive. He's back in the game. And then Shooter McGavin, separate video on his account, dude.
And
showing off a short game.
He does the short game. Happy did the long game, just like old times.
We can all hope that there's a rematch maybe coming.
I would love to see that.
A rematch of those two has been in talks for like 15 years.
What are they doing? Like, they can do it, right?
Yeah.
The guy that plays Shooter doesn't doing anything. I mean, I guess maybe Adam Sandler's not doing much. But
no. Hubie Halloween was a hit, though, in my eyes. Hubie Halloween, go check it out.
Both of those actors have enough money at this point where they can pick their projects, like they're established, like they don't have to take anything that comes their way.
Yeah.
The problem is you have a movie that has, in Happy Gilmore, that has withstood the test of time. Are you really going to risk a sequel on that?
It's actually my favorite comedy movie.
See, I don't need a sequel. I just want like one hole of golf. Adam Sandler.
I would be so down for like a mini series, just like a 9-day, 9-hole mini series, and where it's like one day you could do driving, one day you could do putt. Like, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
But
but low key, Adam Sandler crushed that ball. Like, I don't know if you know golf sounds. I mean, we all have our fair share of golf. He crushed that. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was I don't know if you said crushed. Smacked. He said smacked.
Yeah.
The best
I believe
part of that video, is when he goes, "I'm not even gonna lie, that ball was smacked." And you're just like that is the fun, because you could tell he was not expecting it. Did not expect it to go, I think, as far as it did. And we don't know how far it went. He could be lying out of his ass, but I believe it.
I want to see the blooper reel where he
road.
I want to see the blooper reel where he completely misses the ball and then just starts swearing.
I am curious if that was a first taker. If he did that in the first try.
I think America needs to see all the takes.
Yeah.
Because I can obviously, I would totally understand why he would redo it, like 25-year anniversary. Like, you want to make it a
my white ass ball.
But see, like, I can also see how
to putt.
That is one of my favorite movie lines, is when he just taps it in and he just goes, "Oh, Happy learned how to putt." And like, you can just see like the cartoon steam about to flow out of his ears. It's such good acting. The dude who plays Shooter McGavin, I don't know his name.
I know, dude.
The whole movie, it feels like genuine rage, and I just love how good it is.
It feels like he would be like an actual golfer, and they put him in this movie with Adam Sandler, and they just made Adam Sandler look so good. And he was tired of it. He was pissed.
Can I go?
All right, Matthew, go for it.
You're up.
My fictional. I have two answers. I have a real answer, and then I have the answer I want to give. Which do you want to hear first?
Let's go with your real answer.
Yeah, let's hear the real and the one that you want to go with next.
My real answer is Forrest Gump.
Ooh.
I say Forrest Gump. The dude was a football star, a running prodigy, a ping pong phenomenon. He was a gold medal Olympian. That dude has covered more ground in every single. He was nothing but phenomenal in everything he tried.
And he went to Alabama.
And he went to Alabama. So you know that dude was probably had a couple rings on his finger by the time he split out of there, you know?
Yep.
And then you gotta go, dude, the dude was mentally not there. And so all of that, he did all of that mentally not there. Tom Cruise is a great job. That's a great movie. Forrest Gump
Did you
is
say
in my
Tom
opinion,
Cruise?
Did I say Tom Cruise?
You did just say Tom Cruise.
I didn't mean Tom Cruise. I did not mean Tom Cruise.
Who do you think who plays Forrest Gump then, Matt?
Dude, I don't know. Tom Cruise is the only
Dude,
name
you
in my
don't know
head.
Woody? Oh my
I
God.
I do, but I accidentally said Tom Cruise. Now Tom Cruise is the only name in my head.
This is so funny. It starts with an H.
Hanks. Tom Hanks.
There you go. We got it. That was anticlimactic.
It was the only name in my head. I don't know why I said Tom Cruise the first time, but after I said it, it was the only name in my head.
Yeah.
The answer I would like to give is the entire Pittsburgh Pirates 25-man roster.
Oh, no.
I say this because the way we play, we might as well be fictional. Not in like a good way, not in like a, oh my God, their stats are out of this world, in a way that kind of like the Bad News Bears. There's no way a team could possibly be this bad in real life. That kind of fictional.
Yeah.
I couldn't name one player on the Pittsburgh Pirates.
If it makes you feel any better, I can name all of them, but like we're like we got a new front office 2 years ago, and they said straight up, don't get too attached to anybody. We are trading everybody. And people were like, why would you say that? And they literally said the trades that the drafts that the front office made shouldn't have been drafted. They're not that good. We're going to trade everybody. And so they traded Marte, they traded Josh Bell, they're trading Jamison Tyon. They're trading everybody. And honestly, the trades that they're doing, a normal Pirate trade is like, here is Josh Bell. We will give you Josh Bell in exchange for a bag of your finest peanuts. Oh, what's that? You don't want to give up your finest peanuts? Scrape a couple off the ground. Oh, you'd rather give us gum? You know what? That's fine. Tell you what, you just have Josh Bell and you give us some chewed gum when you get the chance. That's how the Pirates normally do trades. The new front office is actually making some pretty decent trades. They're making some pretty decent salary gap. Like where I'm confident in the front office. That being said, though, we're still not going to see anything for the next 5 years. Like nothing they're doing is really going to pan out for a while. And they straight up said, we're going to be bad for a little bit. Like you kind of have to get used to that because
fix what's broken first.
Because
fix the broken system, then
exactly.
Fix the farm.
And that's what they said. They're like, if we try to fix I think the quote was like, if we try to fix a leak by pouring more water in the bucket, like the leak's just still like, it's still going to come out sort of thing.
Makes sense.
I don't know. It was a very Westerny sounding quote.
Maybe they should sign Forrest Gump to a deal.
Dude, I bet you
Forrest Gump, Happy Gilmore, and Bobby Boucher.
Have you guys seen the video of the dude who did the Halloween baseball game?
No.
Who dressed as Forrest Gump? So a part of Forrest Gump, so a big part of Forrest Gump is when he's in football and he gets the ball and they're like, what do I do? And he's like, run. And so he just runs. And then he doesn't know how to play football, so he doesn't know he's supposed to stop. So he like runs all the way out of the stadium and he runs home with the football in hand.
Yes.
And they have to tell him to stop. So that's like a fun little scene of Forrest Gump. Well, this dude in this Halloween baseball game dressed up as Forrest Gump, he hit a ball, and I think it was like a grounder to like short. And so he just sprints down the first base line and then keeps going. And now he's in the outfield, and then he hopped the outfield fence and he left the game. That was he got one at bat, and that was the whole thing.
He just ran home.
He just ran completely out of the stadium, and it was good. It was fun.
We're gonna have to dig up that clip. We're gonna have to dig up that clip and post it.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna have to post. Yep, I'll find it.
It's super easy to find. I can send it to you.
Okay, bet we'll get that posted to the page after this video airs.
Good.
Everyone needs to see this because I'm just picturing it. It's amazing.
It's so funny. He just keeps going, and he like nobody really knows what's going on until he gets about like halfway into the outfield, and then people just start cracking up because they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. I would like to give an honorable mention just because I didn't pick him, but I would like to give an honorable mention for this one isn't fictional as much as it is fraudulent. So I'm going to say that they're a fictional athlete. This one goes out to Jose Canseco from Rough and Rowdy. You're a fraud. I'm just going to echo that off of, it was a fraud fight. I don't know if you guys watch Rough and Rowdy. It was a great time. I loved seeing Billy Football get in the fight. Jose Canseco, the thing about that and that makes him the fraud is he agreed to take all this money to fight Billy Football. And then he goes down on one punch and goes, oh, yeah, man, my shoulder. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you're a fraud. He's fictional. Terrible. Fictional athlete. Fictional athlete.
So Jose Canseco is just – that dude has more steroids in his system than I think the entirety of the 80s. Like the whole 80s,
Yeah.
All the steroids.
Like he is the 1980s steroid era.
Dude, can you imagine? Well, he literally said he loves steroids. He's like, oh, I did steroids with this guy and this guy and this guy.
Yeah, dude, he did say on part of my take that he still does them.
Oh yeah, he loves them. He's very outspoken about how much he loves taking steroids. Yep. Can you imagine how small his Canseco is?
Jose, no,
dude. You have got what? How many years? How many years was he in baseball? I mean, because obviously, no one really knew who Jose Canseco was prior to baseball, but you have his whole career.
I didn't know he was in baseball. Well, he played for the White Sox. That makes sense. They seem like the team that would have a fraud on their team.
Yeah, freaking White Sox.
Ugh. Dude, 1985 to 2001.
White Sox are fraudulent because I think they're going to compete this year.
What was it, 85 to 01?
16 years.
Okay. So
majority of them with Oakland.
16 years. We know he did 16 years of straight steroids.
100%.
Well, he said it.
Yeah.
So we know he did 16 years of straight steroids. And now how often he takes steroids now, I don't know, but we'll just assume it's on a pretty regular basis. So you're looking at 20, 30 years of steroids, dude.
Yep.
I can just imagine that dude when you stub your toe, you get a fit of rage real fast and you start swearing up a storm. Dude, I can just imagine Jose Canseco's 2 a.m. He's drowsy. He's walking to get his Pedialyte because that's the only thing that can hydrate him at this point. He stubs his toe off the door and just goes, whoa! And he just beats the living shit out of his refrigerator.
Only with his other arm, though. He can't use his one shoulder.
No. Yeah.
No. He Hulk smashes it. Yeah. He's just in it for the payday. It's fine. It's fine. As far as, fictional athletes, you guys, any more honorable mentions?
I have an honorable mention.
Okay, I'm down for it.
I also have an honorable mention.
Coach, this guy, he was a legend, really. In Pee Wee hockey, he was legendary.
Was he by chance Minnesota based?
Oh, he was Minnesota based.
I think I'm familiar. My honorable mention. We'll go on 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Coach
Gordon
Bombay.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. I said 3. I don't know if there was a delay, but
there was definitely a delay, but it's fine. I should have gone 2.
Well, on my end, I went 1, 2, 3. Coach Bombay. There was 4 seconds of silence, and then you went Gordon Bombay.
Dude, then mine's the only one that's synced up because I heard you both at the same time.
As long as Ben's is synced up, he's the one that's doing the recording, so that's all that matters here.
Yes, sir.
I was like, wow, Brandon, thanks for freaking tagging in there. Yeah.
Can I talk about his legendary Mite career? He scored more goals than anybody in the history of his team. And he took that skill set and then he quit playing for 30 years. And then he comes back and he almost has he's what the announcer said, he's this close to becoming in the NHL, and he's 52 years old by that point or something like that.
Not 52.
I don't know. He's old as as bones. But
can I make a? No, I agree. I love Gordon Bombay. Can I make a counter argument just for fun?
all right, let's hear it.
I'm down for
Gordon Bombay is a bitch, dude. Gordon Bombay loved hockey. He loved skating. Hockey was his life. You had Gordon Bombay child flashbacks where he's begging his dad for 10 more minutes on the ice in his backyard. This little bitch ass misses one goal.
Yeah, one goal.
In his insane Pee-wee career, misses one goal and goes and gets scolded by his coach literally one time and goes, I'm going to be a lawyer. That's the whole – literally. Yeah. Also, can we talk about what a big deal Pee-wee hockey is in this town?
Hey,
Mighty Ducks. The Mighty
It is
Ducks,
a big deal.
The original Mighty Ducks, phenomenal movie. But what? They're like 8 to 12 in that first movie?
Yeah, Pee-wee's is about 10.
Look at the arena they're playing in by the end. Hundreds of people.
No, Matthew, I'm coming from experience, Minnesota. If your Pee-wee hockey team makes it to the state tournament, that's actually a big deal. But I get that thing is packed, but people people go to that stuff here because we love hockey. We're the state of hockey. I don't know if you know that or not.
I know a place like Texas, it's the same thing for high school football. Like high school football stadiums hold thousands of people and they get sold out. Like it's a big deal to be in a high school team. But dude,
other college teams suck.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I know that your state is frozen over 95% of the year, but dude, they're like 12. They're 12.
What do you want me to say?
I mean, dude, to be fair, I know exactly what Brandon's talking about because, like growing up in Indiana, if your travel basketball team sucked, you got picked on so much in school. Like, I know exactly what you mean. Because if you suck at basketball in Indiana, forget it. You may as well move to a different state.
Yeah.
Yep.
Since Matt had the same honorable mention that I had, I'm going to go with another one that I have an honorable mention for.
Okay.
Multi-sport athlete. Like, we're talking, this dude played baseball. This dude played basketball, soccer.
Oh, no.
I don't think he played hockey.
Oh, he played hockey.
Did he play hockey? Are you sure
he played hockey. Oh, wait,
that was the MVP, the chimpanzee.
I was going to say, it might have been MVP.
Yeah. I know I'm missing one.
Before you mention it,
okay,
I want to say, and Brandon, this is why I love you, and this is why you two are my best friends in the world. Because one of my, like when I was cycling through, should I be Happy Gilmore, Forrest Gump? Who should I pick? Brandon, this particular athlete popped in my head. And this is why I love you both, because our thought processes are so stupidly similar. Can you please go ahead?
I forgot one. Football. So football, soccer, baseball, and his main gig, basketball.
So he played
has been on championship.
We're talking championship teams, like multiple championship teams, and he's the reason why they won all the championship teams. We're talking the golden retriever, Air Bud himself, the GOAT. The GOAT of all GOATs. I mean, you can say what all you want about Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson, those multi-sport athletes, but they got nothing on my boy Air Bud.
They don't hold a collar to Air Bud.
No. Yeah. Marking up the wrong tree.
I was
if
surprised
they want to start a fight with that one.
Picked Air Bud until right now, so I was expecting that one. I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing right now, listening to this.
We had to talk about Air Bud. Like when you think fictional sports characters, Air Bud is the dog.
Who do you think would win in a cage match, fight to the death? Air Bud or the most valuable primate?
Oh man.
Ooh.
A fight to the death.
Does he have his skates and stick in the gauge match?
Only if Air Bud can wear his football pads and helmet.
Okay, football pads, helmet, and I think Airbud takes him. I think just the multi-tool, like he could also have his bat because he has his bat in his teeth when he plays baseball. You would know if you saw Airbud last or seventh inning fetch, but the greatest movie of all time, but no one talks about it.
Movie
Yeah,
is
take
on
Airbud.
hand.
Yeah,
I'll take
Airbud,
Airbud.
you would know if you saw Airbud seventh inning fetch.
Yeah.
Just breeze past the fact that Brandon knows the Airbud movies by title.
Hey, you know what? Don't be mad that you don't know the Golden Receiver movie.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Or the Soccer Buddies.
Oh boy.
We're getting out of hand, aren't we?
Burgers with the boys. We usually eat together beforehand. Yeah. I got held up at work. A lot of other stuff happened, so I didn't get to eat with you guys. So I'm curious, what did you two have?
I had a burger,
Which is
dude.
why also I
actually had a burger too.
I did have a burger. Like it's Wednesday, we had burgers.
I did not have a burger. Well,
of course you didn't.
Of course you didn't.
Matt never has a burger.
Of course.
First of all, I always, when I have patties, I prefer to make my own burgers. And I just haven't had the stuff to make burgers recently. I've been working. I haven't had a chance to. Here's what I had. I've been eating this whole podcast because I haven't got a chance to eat until we
just got home. Yeah.
I just got home. I haven't had a chance to eat, so I've been scarfing down food. I ate an entire Chipotle bowl with double steak, guac, the works. And I scarfed down 2 McChicken sandwiches.
Oh. Those are different.
My heart will be stopping soon.
All right.
Okay. I will either be blowing my ass out in approximately an hour and a half, or I'm never going to shit again. One of the two is going to happen.
I hope for the first one, I guess.
Honestly, it's a toss-up. A nice soul cleansing poop is just something that I think we can all get behind.
I can definitely get behind that.
I have no words, ladies and gentlemen. I have no words. I think that's a great place to end this episode
with Matt's stools.
With Matt's stools.
So,
we left you last week with the image of Matt running around the bases butt ass naked. So we're gonna leave you with this episode. We're gonna leave you with the idea of Matt's stools.
So tune in next week to see when I'll be getting my prostate exam.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he'll have a whole review. He'll have a whole review ready for you.
It'll be live. It'll be a live exam.
It'll be a live special event.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. To the moon. Okay. Y'all have a good night, good day, whatever time of day you're watching this. Again, we're on Apple Podcasts now, so go like it.
Whoa!
It, drop those 5 stars. Write
subscribe.
A review.
Facebook, YouTube.
There's no reason why you haven't subscribed yet if you haven't subscribed.
No, there's not. No, there's
no
not.
reason.
Facebook, YouTube, Spotify.
If you've made it this far into this shenanigans and you haven't subscribed, what do you
may as well just do it. And we can see the comments, so if you leave us comments, I won't read who put it, but I will roast it. Like, I will roast the comment. So
deal.
Don't make any clown comments. I'm just kidding. You can make a clown comment. It'll probably make me laugh my ass off. It'll be all good.
That's all the show is. All the show is clown comments.
It's just clown comments, especially our homegirl Lorraine Groves, biggest clown of all, 2021. Oof. There you go.
Shout out.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.